peanuts. Packing peanuts make me happy. Packing peanuts make me... Tripods make me happy. Packing peanuts. Maybe I should. You know what I love? Okay, let me see if I can do this. Packing peanuts make me happy. Packing peanuts make me happy. Packing fudge. Packing fudge. I want an audio loop here. I want a little bit of an audio loop. You know, I didn't get the notification on Pigcake Plus, even though I'm on Pigcake Plus technically. So I don't know why YouTube is a little bit iffy when it comes to that. Right now, I would expect that there would be some sort of, notification going out, but I didn't receive it on my alternate account, which kind of indicates to me that there's some shenanigans. There are some shenanigans in play here. So yeah, I thought I'd do a little bit of stream. I haven't done it in a while. I've been busy. There's boxes. There's boxes all over the place. I'm actually moving out here, so that's a fun thing. But face review, I don't have a face. Oh, face review. I could do a face review. I could do a face review, but not a... I thought you meant a face reveal. No, that's gay. That's not a thing people do. People don't do face reveals. Why are you on the... You know? Actually, honestly, because the charger's here. The charger's here. Preston Paget. I could review your face. Let's see if I could go to channel. I'm gonna check your channel out here. Based on that profile picture, you know, there's you look like what because you got that nice blonde sort of Saved by the Bell do. That's kind of a heated thing, you know. You got that that aesthetic. You kind of look like what you know what Hitler would have preferred most of the people would look like. That's what you kind of look like. So you kind of look like what the perfect human based on that picture, just on your features. You know, if you had blue eyes and your hair, you would look like the what do you call this, the perfect aesthetic according to the Nazi party. Apparently to the Nazi party. That's I don't know if that's a what do you call this? What is there a Fusion Crazy is actually going legitimately retarded. Minecraft. First of all, you put Minecraft. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said. Nice. Why do cards get dirty? Because your hands are dirty. Your hands are dirty. That's the biggest secret to prolonging playing cards is dirty hands. This is actually a fun deck. Let me take this out. This is a brainwave deck. So this is actually one of the first brainwave decks that I ever got. I think this is the only one that I currently have. I forgot what happened to the other one. The other one was a bicycle one. But this is, what do you call this? A brainwave deck where pretty much somebody can name a card. And, you know, you could show, oh, look, it's the only card in the deck. And it happens to be red. It happens to be the only red card and it's face up. But obviously the finish of these cards has gone long ago. I remember buying this in Casa de los Trucos for, how much? How much? I know that it was expensive when I bought it years and years and years ago because everything there is overpriced. But funny enough, it's produced by Haynes House of Cards. So that's kind of an interesting thing. But I bought these years ago. You see that there's pencil marks on every 7th card, I think. I put pencil marks up there in my youth. I probably bought this deck in 2001 or 2002. So that was a long, long time ago. So I put little pencil marks there. And spoiler, exposure on pencil marks there on each of the 7th cards because that's kind of one of the bits that you're supposed to do this. So yeah, that's kind of that's an old school, man. That's a rough. That's a dated one right there, brainwave deck. But that's one of the first gimmick decks that I bought. I'm old, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty old. Do I know how to solve a Rubik's Cube? No, I've seen a pussy. I don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Brainwave versus Invisible deck. You know, I like the Invisible. I like the Invisible. I like the different approaches to it. I like different things that you could do with it. Brainwave, I do like the added twist that it's a blue card. I mean, that it's an off-colored card. But I just like the simplicity of the effect of the Invisible deck. Because it's just one card. Here you have two different effects. You have not only the reverse, but it's also a different color card. That's kind of muddling the effect in my head. But that's just me being an old stubborn gay. There's another one. There's another one here. God damn it. Them boxes look mighty nice to stack. Well, I mean, here aren't the there's only one there. There's only one here that I have right there, but that box is full of actually cards. That box has cards. So that's funny enough. I don't even know if I could show it, but I have a couple boxes with cards and then the rest of the stuff. But it's not hasn't been a fun process, but it's still something that I gotta do. What is this? What is the other one? The Nazis who everyone's been taught in school, not according to my research, but then again, nothing as it seems from what I've learned so far. Well, I was just talking about the idea of the blue-eyed, blonde-haired, perfect individual that they were seeking, which doesn't seem to be a reality, but that's what I meant. These are what cards are these? These are the squeezers. These are the squeezers, right? These are kind of dope. I like the aesthetic. I don't know why I took these out, but I think these were the ones that were on the top of the box. But those are pretty dope. Do I want Red Bull? Red Bull? You know, LeBron, I would think that Sprite would be kind of upset with that if they knew that you were offering Red Bull and not Sprite. Just like if somebody sees you drive any other car than a Kia, wouldn't that kind of mean that you're fucked? Because you kind of have a deal with Kia, no? I refuse to believe that LeBron James drives a Kia legitimately. I refuse to believe that, like he portrays. Look at this. I don't even have the flap anymore. That flap is long gone, son. This deck has been put through some... it's still in pretty good condition, but holy crap, man. Look at that. Doesn't even have a top flap. Then again, most ladies don't have top flaps, right? Hit the like button if you know what I mean. Let me see if I can grab another deck. Let me see if I can grab another deck here. I hope I don't show too much. Can I show this? Can I show this? Can I show this? Yeah, actually, wait, no, a little bit of a thing there. Okay, but yeah, these are just some decks. That's not a lot of decks. I actually don't have a lot, man. Anytime somebody says, "Hey, man, show me your collection," I don't have a big collection. I have a small collection of playing cards, but people tend to overestimate that. Let me see what other cards I have here that are interesting. Oh man. Let me see this. This is there's a not smoking deck. That's a fun one. Stop smoking deck. That's a little bit of an interesting deck. You could do one of these, right? One of these hot cardistry moves that the kids like to show the ladies and not get any sort of vagina. These expect a review coming up. Expect a review coming up of the fungi playing cards. Jesus. Oh boy, that's a fun deck. Let's see what else I got here. That's a fun deck. Panda. I got the pandas. Look at that. Panda playing cards. These are actually kind of dope. You see that? These are actually gonna be dope. Stefan is actually gonna be it's gonna be a very thorough review, but it's gonna be an in the field review. It's gonna be an in the field review. So I gotta find some mushrooms. I gotta find some fungi. So that's gonna be a fun one. Look at the back design. Oh fucking A, man. Some people make me laugh with their playing cards. What else do I got here? This is what I'm doing right now for this. I'm just sifting through these. But this is just one box. I actually only have 2 boxes of playing cards that I gotta move out here. What else? These are probably the used ones. This box is like a lot of the used. So I have a lot of like crap things like this that have just been used to death. That's kind of what I got here. Let me see if I could find something that's fairly interesting to show. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find something. That's shout out. The shout out and throwback to this shit. Look at this. There's actually two things. This is something one of the things that I bought from Penguin Magic with a hummingbird card, and then this is one of those fucking knockoff wires that you light, and then it turns into like a 7 of spades or whatever. Lighter anywhere near me. I might just rub this on my penis, and hopefully that generates sufficient heat to be able to turn it. I doubt it. What's the most expensive deck I own? I don't know. I haven't looked them up. I haven't looked up any sort of decks that are rare per se. I might. That's always something that I've always wanted to do, which is just have a Excel sheet. But I think that even supersedes the level of effort that I'm willing to put for for fucking what do you call this? My playing card collection. Look at this shitty knockoff. I remember I went to when I went to New Orleans, they had a magic store, and they didn't have a magic store. It was like a joke store, but it was like just a novelty store. And I remember I bought this. This is a pen through dollar, but let me just show you how robust this tip is. Just show you how robust this tip is. This might be the worst. The worst pen through dollar I've ever seen in my entire life. It doesn't look like an actual pen, first of all. And then on top of that, it looks like, yeah, pen through tile right there. Right, look, pen through. I could actually do that. Hold up. Let me see if I could do that legit. Right there. And then you pull it out, and it kind of looks like it, like, hold up. I could do this. There you go. See, pen through tile. That kind of looks dope. But yeah, this is I remember buying this in New Orleans when I went a couple years back, and it was absolutely garbage. What else? These are kind of these, right? These are the 1800 ones that Illusionist made. Pretty cancerous, I gotta say. Not a fan of those. Not a fan of those at all, because I don't know, man. Just every card, like, yeah, it's aged, but every card looks the same. Like, it's like aged, but it's almost as if the same coating went on every card, you know? Let me see if let me see if these are the marked ones. Yeah, I think these are the marked ones, but I never enjoyed it. I thought the markings were too hidden and impractical, but that was kind of a dope one. Let me see if I got Odyssey. R. Kelly used that. Yeah, I'll show you the pen through tile tutorial. Here's what you do. You as you're gonna slam the tip, you steal it. As you do that, you see that, and then when you bring your hand up, you bring the tip back on. So if you do it in speed with the virginity of a Rubik's Cube solver, it looks like that. But then here's the problem. This is a crap pen. This is the worst pen through dollar I've ever seen. So if you want to impress your mom with the pen through tile, you could do that. World exclusive pen through tile trick. It's gonna be on Illusionist. It's gonna be on Illusionist Magic Stream. So look out for that. Hey, I have a little bit of a riddle. What's green and never used by a magician? What's green and never used by a magician? Let's see if somebody solves this. It's a little bit of a riddle. I know this isn't a Ramsey channel, but it's a riddle, so you got to solve it. It's green and never used by magicians. Let's see who gets this. Green screen? No, that's every fucking magician. Holy shit. Well, I use that. I use that in that Pornhub video. What else do I have? I have a couple cool decks here, to be honest. This one's definitely a good one. Mint flavored condom. Got him. That's you got it. A condom. It's green and never used by magicians. There's no reason to have one if you're a magician, because you're not going to be able to use it. They're just going to look at you and laugh. And so yeah, you got what's the deal with your man crush on Daniel Madison? I think Madison's a cutie, man. If I had the ability to procreate with another male, it would be Daniel Madison, to be honest. It would be Daniel Madison. Honestly, it's the beard, it's the black and white, it's the accent. To him, it's not an accent, but to me, is um is an accent because I live in Freedom Town. Uh, so if the next stream is in Vice City, you leave me no choice but to do it. Is that a threat? Is that a threat? Did I just get a? Let me see. I got a notification here. There you go. Yeah, that seems like a threat, man. I don't care if you have to go to an internet cafe. Well, you know what? I'm moving. I'm moving. So that hopefully is gonna fix my Comcast issues. That's actually the reason I'm moving because of the Comcast issues. I'm so upset that I decided to move on short notice because of Comcast. That's why. So yeah, that's not true. That's not true at all. This is a cool deck. This is a dope one. These two are actually kind of dope. So German, you could be assured of that. Fuck. What's the other one here? PUBG. Another apartment or house. I actually don't know. I'm looking at a place tomorrow, but I'm still not sure. But I know that I have to be out of here relatively soon, and now I'm not being I'm not being evicted. But some circumstance happened that I have to move out, so I'm gonna look for some places tomorrow. So hopefully I can find a place soon. But do I like Blake Voigt? Yeah, yeah, he's an interesting character. He has a weird face, weird face. Then again, I have a weird face, but he's one of those dudes that you don't. I don't understand how he could come up with the shit that he does, to be honest. Some of the stuff that he comes up with, I really don't understand. How in the blue fuck did he come up with that? South Texas Roughneck. OG Piggy. OG Piggy there. What's your favorite deck when you consider the thickness of the cards? Speaking of thick stock, boy. I want to die. The thickest. Just hear the sound of that. It's like a magnum. It's like an African American penis, almost. You know, like I don't know if you've seen those videos where they just hit him with it. They just do this move. That's never a sort of that's sort of sexually appeasing. But yeah, but that's a thick deck. This one's dope. This one is a really dope deck because it has a lot of special ones. Like this thing. Even this looks kind of dope. If you just hold the card and do this, it generally looks like you've smudged it. But this has a bunch of just gaps and stuff. I remember picking this up. And then, funny enough, Satchel, if you're around, he sent me one of these. But I had already had one. But these are some dope ones. They just have some standard, sort of non-standard face. I like this. I like this thing. Because if you have the 9 of spades here, you could do this color change. And it looks like they all kind of went down. What? Lag? Is that Comcast? You know what? That makes sense because the router's on the other side of the house. So that makes sense that there would be a little bit of lag. Now that I realize I'm literally on the other side of the house. This deck is called the Gaff deck. I don't know. It's produced by... It doesn't say it, man. It doesn't say it. Daniel, if you're still... Daniel would be the expert on this. Do you know who makes these? Who makes these? I don't know if these are... if you happen to know. Favorite color change? Michael Jackson. Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa. Favorite color change. That dude legitimately changed colors. I don't know if you've seen that, but he went from very Dominican to white as shit. This one's kind of dope. 3.5, right? If you force the set, there's like a die force that you have them imagine rolling some dice, and then you put a card down as a prediction. And you say, okay, so it always ends up in 7. So you say, sir, divide that number by 2. And then that's going to be my prediction. And they're going to go, haha, this virgin isn't going to get this correct. This loser, this anemic asshole, this piece of shit isn't going to get my card. And then you turn it over and you get it right, you know? I forgot the dice force, but I know Martin Gardner had it somewhere. Let me see if there's another interesting gaff card here. Let me see. This is kind of dope. It's like a black heart one. right? It's a black heart, black nine of hearts. This one's kind of like a mixed interracial couple. Like if you're an interracial couple, this is what you would get, right? That's kind of dope. This one is the like kind of like an emo Evanescence sort of King of Spades because it has a sword at its neck. It's a Kurt Cobain, right? Is that still? Oh, I like this. I like this shit. You can do this shit, right? You see that? It's they come together. They come together. That's kind of a dope one. This one's like you could do one of these bits. I don't even know what color change I could do to facilitate that action, but you could do, you know, one of these thumbnails. Like if that's a thumbnail, you're gonna get at least 1,000 views if this is your thumbnail. Every fucking tutorial that I've seen, if you sort by new on YouTube, this is every fucking tutorial. It's like this shit. Is this sort of thumbnail? Apparently people think, oh, I'm gonna learn that. I'm gonna learn how to do that, not realizing that that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Well, not easily a thing. Not easily a thing. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, that's a cool deck. That Gaff deck. It comes with a lot of ones. The Kopag ones, I actually don't have them near me, but Kopag also has a cool one. Watch that. There's a video coming up. Me, when I'm done with this whole mess, I'm gonna work on it with Gentleman Wake. So look out for that. Let's see what else. Let's see what else I got here. I know I have old. Look at this, man. This is probably one of the older decks that I have. This is probably one of the oldest decks that I have that I still preserved in the box. And funny enough, the box isn't even for the right cards. This is the look at this. Series 1800, legit. Like this is Series 1800, legit. These are legit. Holy crap. But these, I don't know why I used to. It's like when you had a PlayStation and you would mix CDs. You know, you would put the CDs for. I was about to say Halo. I was about to say Halo in the thing, but that makes sense. This is, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is an invisible deck. See that? This is an invisible deck. So it's kind of a heated one. That's a really good one. I've had this one for ages. Grapus Pie says nice. Are you invading my territory of pastry? You bitch. What? Like, that's not even cool, man. I'm the pastry king. This is a great, this is when you know, by the way, this is when you know shit's real. When you open a box of Coca-Cola cards and then inside you find, this. This is what you're looking at. Let me make sure nothing's here. That would have been so bad. Damn, son. That would have been bad. Thankfully, I'm smarter than that. But yeah, but this is how you know it's bad when you look at one of these, right? When you see one of these, when you open up a box, so it's just a bunch of shit here. Oh boy, look at this, man. My attempt to make like little shitty gaff cards back in the day. Maybe I did Angle Z by Jay Sankey. I was doing Pre-Torn Corner by Jay Sankey, right? What else? What else is here? Oh, this is actually from my first deck. This is my first. This is a card from my first deck of playing cards ever. It was a Hoyle deck, and most of the cards are lost, but I'll find these sporadically as I go through my cards. But this is actually the first deck of cards that I ever owned, and it was a Hoyle deck of playing cards. So fun, fun piggy fact. Shit. I even have some cards that are signed here from like ambitious card routines. That's a fucking trip. That is definitely a trip. YB? I don't know. Oh, pre-torn hashtag pre-torn corner. That's my favorite bit. This is a, oh shit. This is fucking old school. This is, if I'm right, if I remember correctly, this is a Streamline deck. But this is a deck that I made to try to do Richard Osserlin's Radar deck. So this is Richard Osserlin's Radar deck. So you pretty much have, you go through the deck and you have somebody think of any card, right? So let's say they think of one, and then you're able to go, oh, so you're thinking of one. All right, that's cool. Sir, is your card are you thinking of a black card? Yeah. Is it the nine of spades or whatever? And then you're able to pretty much do it for 4 people. And most of the time you're able to get it correct. But that's a beautiful trick. Radar deck. I remember when I was younger going through the struggle of putting the decks together because you need 4 or 5 decks to make the shit. So that's a heat. That's a piece of heat. Pigcake lore. Where do you get the better streamline cards? These are, man, I can't even tell you. This was from fucking probably 15 years ago, so I don't even know. Was that supposed to work, or did you name the card I was thinking of? It's supposed to work. It's supposed to work. You're able to do that with 4 spectators. Do I know the Monica? No, I don't know the Monica. But I do know. I just haven't I haven't taken the time to memorize the deck, but I am a huge fan of stacked decks, so a lot of the work really kind of overlaps. But I don't know. I gotta say that mnemonic itself, I haven't taken the time to learn it, even though I know everything is. Everyone always says mnemonic. Come on, man, you gotta learn that. This is I think the deck. Make it. Wake up. Oh yeah, this is I did a video. I did a video where I did a really gay thing to Redbone, right? So this is the deck that I used in that video. So if you look up Redbone Pigcake, I do that. See, that shit don't feel right. So this is from that video. That video took like 48 tries to get, and I didn't get it right when I put it up. I was just so aggravated. See, this is daylight. So I did that on that was a hot video. It took so long to fucking do it. But let me see this one. This is just a regular deck. I don't know if it's a trailer. I don't think it's a trailer to the channel. I think it's something else. But I've definitely had that up for a while because I was so fucking angry that I'm like, bro, I want people to see this shit. I want people to see this shit as often as I possibly can. So I'm going to put it on a trailer because I was so aggravated filming that. But I wasn't happy with the way it came out ultimately. But honestly, I was just so frustrated. Frustrated. Let me see what other decks I have here. I just have a bunch of decks that are old. This is the Man from Nantucket. This is the same deck. So there once was a man from Nantucket. His dick was so long he could suck it. One day he sat on his chin. I don't know where it is, where the chin one is. But the poem is there once was a man from Nantucket. His dick was so long he could suck it. One day he sat on his chin and said with a grin, "If my ear was a cunt, I would fuck it." That's the video. That's the deck that I used for that one. This is stroll down memory lane, son. This is strolling through memory lane here. Damn, I didn't know this was gonna be so not memorable, but so nostalgic. There you go. That's what it is. It's nostalgic. Okay, what else do I got here? I know I got some shit. I keep getting. This is like Pigcake if he wasn't dead inside. Yeah, but by being a magician, I am dead inside technically. I think every magician has some sort of mental deficiency. What deck is this? Oh shit! This is probably one of my favorite decks. This deck, when I went to Vegas maybe almost 2 years ago, I remember buying this deck. And it's a marked deck, but it's marked pretty much in like 8 different ways. So not only can you tell, for example, that this is 24 cards, but you could also tell this card, you could also tell this card. So the markings on each one work with the previous card. And the deck, if I'm not mistaken, if somebody could tell me, I think it's in a certain stack. I don't know if it's a mnemonic per se. Let me see. That might be incorrect. Yeah, this deck, I mix it up, I think. I've mixed it up. But no, actually, no, they're relatively intact. But for the most part, yeah, the cards are marked in about 8 different ways. This was a gambler's mark deck. I remember getting this from Vegas. I paid way too much for that, but at the same time, I didn't think I would be able to get it anywhere else, and I haven't seen it anywhere else since. I forgot who else released a marked deck that was probably similar, but fuck it. What's the other one here? I have that in red. There you go. You got that in red, boy. I got this, son. I got it in blue. I'm not a fan of blue decks, but let me see if there's another comment here. That's dope. I want to practice my sleeving. My sleeving actually looks kind of clean now. Yeah, that's what kind of sucks. You're really restricted by your clothing. So if you're one of these dudes, and also it doesn't work with absolutely everything. So you're gonna have to use particular sort of outfits because you can't like sleeve with a hoodie. This is a tragedy. This is a trick called envelope. This is a trick called envelope. So it's a crazy ass trick because you pretty much show a deck and then the deck turns into an envelope. But so it's shit. It's complete shit. So that kind of I could glue it, but I don't think it's gonna work out as it should. Do I remember the first trick that I ever did? Yeah. I actually put a video. I actually put a video out called my very first trick. Or no, I think it's like a story video. It's on the channel where I talk about it. But I remember it was for two fairly nice, from what I remember, decently attractive receptionists at a standing MRI office. And I remember telling him, "Hey, ma'am, could you hold these two cards?" "Okay, good. Could you pick a card, ma'am?" "Thank you. Remember it. Don't forget it." "All right. You looked at the cards? Great. So I have two aces here. I have two aces. And I want you to hold on to the deck. Hold on to the... All right. Look, one card is going to appear between it. You see, and it's your card, ma'am." That was a trick. That's what I did. And I still cringe. I still cringe at the memory. They said, "Oh my God, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen." But I still remember, I was like, "Oh shit. Oh shit, they're going to judge me." There's really no reason to be nervous. Now if you think about it, we're all, going to die. We're all going to die. So there's no reason to be nervous of a fucking card trick. But then, because I practiced so much that I remember I was excruciatingly nervous. And it was pretty bad. I still remember doing, you're obviously doing a sandwich load move, right? You look like you're doing a sandwich load move. But the way I did it, from what I remember, it was like one of these. It was like that, and then I had to square up the card, and then hope they didn't see it. And then when I went to do this move, the card was already kind of showing. So that was I remember that. And the reason I did that was because David Blaine had done that trick on his TV special, and I'm like, I'm gonna do the same trick that David Blaine did, and I'm gonna get some overaged puss, even though I forgot how old I was. I was probably just turned a teen when I did that. So that was a fun experience. But I put the story up on a channel. It's somewhere. If you look up first trick Pigcake, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Let me see what this one says. Google, hold up. This is I go through bicycles like candy. I go through bicycles like candy. That sounds a little bit fucking weird. Piggy, yeah, I responded to it. Satch, I responded to the message about your slider. If it fits, sleeve it. Hold up. That fun feature. I'm reading my text out loud, by the way. Has that fun feature where in Got him. What's the other one here? Dude's been trying to get his comment read on stream, and he finds the out of context one. Hashtag Piggy got a dick. You know, if I did, it would be. I think I would know. I think I would know. Show hands for everyone that's ever made a puzzle video / mail with a. I don't know what that means. I don't even want to begin to try to figure out what that means. This is another one. Lumberjacks. Those are kind of dope. I think those are numbered, as if it means anything. Let me see which one this is. But I know this one was numbered right there. This is 1387 out of 2500. That's a fun one. So I'm just looking through this. But I took your advice. Wash your hands. Took a variety of decks. Keep them cool. Simple. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the secret to prolonged decks. And that is when you wash your hands, they last longer because you're not rubbing off that grime, that disgusting Dorito juice, that the Cheeto dust onto the surface of the playing card. So they're going to last way longer than if you were to just use them willy-nilly. Here's what I love too. I have, I'm actually running out. I am running the fuck out. But I keep, so I got these puppies. And when I open this, it looks like rolling paper, but it's not. These are flash sheets, little flash sheets. I've had these for quite some time now. I've left 4. I have 4. That's awful. I don't know why I like to usually have. I usually like to have some of these. Did I get Comcastrated again? That's a great fucking term. That's exactly what it is. Getting Comcastrated. God damn it. What else do I got here? This is a fun trip down memory lane. I almost don't want to kill myself. Let's see. Craft brewers. Yeah, those are dope. The craft brewers are kind of dope. I like the aesthetic. I saw some picture on Reddit. Came to the top with a dude showing that the squeeze. I'm here. No one cares. I care the squeeze. I care. I also care that your name happens to coincide with the beverage. See? I got a prolapsed anus. Hold up. This is another deck that I used in a video. Which one's this one? Which one is this one? This is a deck that I used. Check your pocket. I think this is a troll. This is one of the troll sandwiches that I had. This is a throwback, man. This is definitely a throwback. TBT. Look at that. Damn, son. But yeah, this is one of these super edgy decks that you find at Target. You could do one of your lovely sort of cardistry moves and then show all the ladies that you've actually never seen what they look like without clothes. But I forgot which one this is because I still have 5 of spades written on the box and the cellophane. So I'm trying to remember what video this might have been. Let me see if this was. Look at this. That's the virginity control. It works excellently. But you show the card, and then you do this. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Spoiler. Hold up. I could do this. Stop. I could do this. I could do this. This is a virginity control. Fucking nuts. There you go. See, I got it. I could do it. And the card's on top. That's the Illusionist. It's coming out on Magic Stream. You probably use those on a vids called How to Pick Up Dudes at the Bar. That's Scam School. Isn't that Scam School? That's Scam School. How to pick up dudes. You're not picking up chicks with that. You're picking up dudes. You're picking up dudes that are way too interested in magic. That's what you're doing with those things. You know what? You'd be picking up a lot of dudes, man. You'd honestly be picking up a lot of dudes because dudes like dumb bets. I fucking love Brian Brushwood though. I'd have his babies. He needs to leave his wife for me. I'd love to have his. I'd love to bear his kids. Look at this. Let's take these out. Let's use these. cigarette playing cards. These are absolutely awful in every single way. You could still do your cardistry moves with these if you want. You could still do that. You know, funny enough, like I mentioned, do you perform any coin magic? So I put a post on Reddit. And I think a lot of people misunderstood me and misunderstood what I put. But I went to R Magic and I put up a post saying, not sure if a troll or a real person. Right? So, and what it was a, let me see if I could find a comment here. It was on that video, right? The Demon Magic video. And the commenter wrote, dude, you haven't been doing magic. You're a mere cardist. A genuine magician does card, coin, mentalism, and other areas of magic. You cardists calling yourselves magicians is absolutely funny. Let's see other areas of magic, buddy, not just cards. So that was a comment that somebody had left in the Demon Magic video. But a lot of people in the post thought that cardist meant like cardister. And, you know, what I usually call somebody that does cardistry. But no, cardist is somebody that does card magic. That's, I think, a term that even goes and predates Marlowe. Marlowe, as a matter of fact, would sign off on his letters, cordially yours, you know, fucking very affectionately. But people misunderstood. So they were in the comments pretty much referring to cardisters and all that. But no, cardisters, you know, the people that mix up the cards. So they mix it up. But honestly, I don't know if that's a real person. It scares me if that's somebody that actually left a genuine comment saying, you know, pretty much being a snob about people that just do card magic. So I'm not a genuine magician. Cardician. Yeah, cardician is the other one. Cardician and cardist are the other ones that kind of refer to a card magician. But yeah, but I don't know if that's real, man. I don't know if that's real or not. And it scares me if that's real. If that guy's a troll, then that guy's a legend. If that guy's a fucking genuine troll, then you know what? That guy deserves all the praise in the world. But if this dude is a legit person that said that I'm not a magician because of my propensity for card magic, then that scares me. That scares me about the amount of virginity, and seriousness that people do with cards. But these are fun. They all have like different anti-smoking. Even if you don't have children, your pet's health will suffer from secondhand smoke. Nice. Piggy. What do I get? A brick of tally house? Or a brick of B uncut casino cards? Depends. If you're gonna do some magic, I would go for the tally house. But if you want to practice some sleights, I would go for the bees. It worked. God damn it, I didn't realize you've been messaging me this entire time. But I would go for the bees if you're gonna go for more, you know, tape work, like if you're gonna do gambling style stuff. But if you're gonna do magic, go for the tally house. Go for the house. As a matter of fact, Daniel, if you're in the chat, he has a bordered B deck. So those are pretty rare and far between. What's this one? This one says, do not envy smokers because they can smoke. They're still smoking. Yeah, but you know how cool smoking looks? This is what the cards don't understand. Smoking looks so fucking cool. Damn. I feel like the box too is a trigger for smokers. Like if you see this, you're gonna be like, oh man, that really makes me wanna fucking smoke. Uncut corners or punched cards? Uncut corners. What do you mean by uncut? Are you mean like when they retire a deck from a casino? Well, the casino cards, yeah, that's what sucks about them. When the corners are cut. I have a couple decks like that. I prefer that over the punch, but they both suck. They both suck, major balls. So if you have the corners cut, they really, really do suck because you really can't practice your stuff. Yo, piggy boy. And if you have the hole, they're even worse because, you know, usually it's on one side. So if you reverse it, it doesn't really look good and it doesn't work well for practicing your sleights. So, I mean, it depends on also how clean the punch is. Sometimes the punch is not so clean. This is kind of an intriguing one. This is a knockoff of the Yeah, this is a knockoff of the Dan Harlan deck. So this is a knockoff of Cartoon, if I am correct. Yeah. Poof. That's a knockoff. I also did that shit. I also did a video with this one from years ago, or a year and some time ago. So that was a kind of a dope one. This is fucking crazy. This is actually nuts. This is a Jay Sankey trick called Astral Projection. Let's see if I could even do it. I don't know if I can, to be honest. But let me see if I could find it and do this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Or if I even remember how to do this. God damn it. You know, I actually don't remember how to fucking do this. But I know that you have the spectator think. Let me see if this is the correct one. You pretty much have the spectator think. You have a deck, right? You have a deck of cards. And you have this sort of half down. And you have the spectator think of any card that they want from the deck. And then pretty much you're able to apparently make that card vanish. You're able to make that card vanish from the half. And then reappear in this half. So that's... I think it's called Astral Projection, if I remember correctly. And I had set this up, and I was very disappointed when I got the fucking package. But now I think it's a great thing, but it does require a little bit of a gimmick. So I remember that's a fun one. But this is probably, I think, 20 years old. Honestly, I think that's about 20 years old. Fuck. Let me see if I could find this shit. Let me see if I could find some other stuff. This one, holy shit. This is fucking old as shit. Damn, son. I can see your face in the card's reflection, man. The quick scoper, I doubt that. I doubt you could see my reflection in the... Really, dude? Yeah? Yeah, you could see my reflection from that? That's some next level. But this deck is Simon Lavelle trick. This is a Simon Lavelle trick. Obviously from this angle it's crap. But you show king, you know, you put it in the middle of the deck, and then you could show the king to have come to the top. You take the king, you put it on the bottom, and then fuck. And then you show the king to be back on top. And then eventually all 4 kings. But then the twist is that there's a hole in the deck. That's the Simon Lavelle trick. From years ago. Look at that. So that's kind of a fun one. I remember making this up meticulously. But that was a fun one. Daniel, you're back. I was asking you something. I forgot what I was asking you on a chat. If you know who makes this deck. I don't know where I put it now. I probably lost it. God damn it. But it's the Gaff deck. It's like the blue-red Gaff deck. I don't know who makes it. Maybe you know. But it's the box is in blue and red. But yeah, but this, I remember making this up years ago. Just cutting up each card. And I remember this deck because this is one of the long flaps. And on top of that, this motherfucker weighs nothing. This shit weighs absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's the bicycle Gaff. It's a bicycle gaff. You see plenty of tantalizing silhouettes on Pigcake Plus. I don't think he's sweating card reflections. Yeah, there you go. Accurate. That's accurate. And you know what? If you see a reflection, that's fine, man. That's fine if you see a reflection of the face. If you're looking out for it, that just confirms the virginity. That just confirms the virginity right here. Are you asking me if I know who designed it? Yeah. If you happen to know who made it or not who designed it, but who makes the deck. Like, let me see if I can find it back here. I know I put it back in this fucking box of cards. Hopefully I could find it, but at this point I doubt it. Did you ever get the chance to meet the professor? I'm not that old, man. I'm not that... If I had a chance to meet Di Vernon, I doubt I'd be making YouTube videos. I'd probably be on the side of people that hate people that put YouTube videos. I'd probably be one of those guys like, what, huh? You fucking do that? Show us your box of cards. I'm looking, man. I'm looking for the deck, but I can't find it. This is another dope deck. There's another dope deck. I'm just finding in my collection right here. Fuck. I don't know why I put that gaff deck though. Motherfucker. But this is a dope deck because it has a bunch of it's like a map. So it has a bunch of individual cards, and then when you align it correctly, apparently it forms a map. I think it's on yeah, so it's only on one side. This is a very dope fucking deck. I also like that this kind of one of those things that you could do some sort of mentalism bit with it. So if you happen to force a card and you know if there's a you know some sort of information on it that stands out. So for example here you could force the word Polish, you could force the word Canton, you could force Switzerland just based on this card. So that's kind of a dope thing. You know, if there's something that's overt about the card, you could use that. So if you force it, you could have them think about something or an element of the card and then reveal that to them. So for example, let me see if I could find one that's really good. This is a good one just because it's a scale. So maybe you could force this puppy. You know, you could do your very favorite Gary Roulette touch force and say, sir, I want you to look at that card. As a matter of fact, if there's an element of that card that's memorable, can you think of that as well? Could you remember that? Yeah, I'll give you an extra time to look at it. Perfect. Think about it, yada, yada, yada. Are you thinking of the word scale, sir? Scale? I don't know why you're thinking of the word scale. And then you go off in that bit. What's this deck? This is one of those toy decks. This is one of those toy decks that comes with these Marvin's Magics, I think. The Gary Roulette Touch Force. Yeah, I'm probably going to make a video, the next Pigcake video. Again, I haven't really been able to make videos for the channel with this whole fucking process, which kind of sucks. Hopefully I could do that soon enough. So the video that I put today was a video from the Piggy Vaults that I recorded, I think, almost 2 years ago, honestly. It was probably 2 years ago. So that one in particular was Illusionist made it? Damn, son. So Illusionist apparently made that fucking deck. Let me see if I could find it. Copogs. But yeah, but that video was from a year and long ago. A year and fucking God knows how long ago. But I really enjoyed that one in particular. I found a lot of videos that I haven't uploaded to the channel yesterday. But for one reason or another, I'm probably not going to upload them, to be honest. Just for, I don't know, just too much. Some of them are a little bit too much in some aspects. But that one I really did enjoy. And it's definitely a good one. It uses the prophecy move. But one of the videos that I do want to make an update on is the Gary Roulette Touch Force. So I definitely want to make a video updates on the Gary Roulette Touch Force. So let's see. Daniel, I'm trying to find this fucking deck. I can't find it. You know, this one is nuts. This is a Barnes & Noble's deck that I got. Yeah, not the Super Gaff deck. Oh, man. You're going to make me dig through this box. More so. Let me see if I can find this shit. The worst part is that I literally just had it. So if I put it somewhere, it's probably somewhere near the top. But like an asshole. Maybe I covered it. Oh, man. Yeah, that deck's gone. That shit gone, dude. That shit gone, son. There's another deck I was about to show. There's another fucking spell. Oh, this one right here. Yeah, this Barnes & Noble's deck. This is a Emperor fucking deck. This shit I got from a kit in Barnes & Noble's. And this deck was literally everything. This deck was a mark deck. You can see how disgusting it is now. But it's a mark deck. It's a stripper deck. No, it's a mark deck, a stripper deck, and I think it has some other element to it that I forgot now. But it has like 3 things in one. It's fucking ridiculous. Rewind time to look at. Who printed that Emperor deck? I'll tell you right now. This is from years ago. If you look at the fucking box, this shit's like falling apart. This is Imperial Poker Deck. Imperial Card Company, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Scam School, Piggy, 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 Scam School, The Scam School, sponsored by Netflix. That's 8. Yeah, it might be the Super Gaff. It might be the Super Gaff. I feel like Crow Guy is correct on that assessment. Yeah, I feel like it's one of these bookie ass companies that no longer exists, but they are. But that's what it printed. The Super Gaff deck was not by E. Okay, I'm still looking for it, by the way. That's what sucks. I don't have it here, and I literally just had it. How about this deck? This is a dope deck. Look at that. That's a prank. It's not a deck. It's a lighter. It's a lighter for your cigarettes and your marijuana. A lot of people like the marijuana. Personally, I'm not a marijuana person, but some people like to smoke the marijuana, and that could be a thing you could use to smoke the marijuana. Or the what do you use? The or what else do people do? Oh, the crack cocaine. I think that could be used if you're a fan of the crack cocaine. That's something that you could use to smoke that. Some people are a fan of that, not by choice. Not by choice. I actually saw a documentary today on, what do you call this? Not bath salts, but this drug that's prevalent down here. What's it called? I know the Vice did it. Where's the best place to sell? People on Instagram like Chris Severson, who always post videos of him going through thrift stores and finding decks. I haven't had that luck. I have not had that luck whatsoever. Oh, God damn it. Is there? Okay. This deck is gone, dude. This deck is gone, son. This thing does not exist. Oh, shit. Yeah, that deck is... I'm going to find it 2 years from now. Do we have any... Is there anything else? I know I've been ignoring the chat here. I've been ignoring the chat like some sort of plebeian. Some sort of piece of shit. Let me see if there's anything interesting here. You don't have it to smoke pot. You could eat it. Oh, you don't have to smoke pot. You could eat it. That's true. That's true. But that requires a lot of precision. And too many people talking about, no, you gotta, it's the oil. You gotta use the... And getting specific when it comes to it. I'm not a fan of that. Check your prison wallet. Well, this is my wallet. This is funny. Funny enough, this was actually on a table the other day, and that's my actual wallet. And people thought that that was the thing where the bill goes in because of how fat. Because of how fat it is. So they're like, "Oh, the check came? No, that's my wallet, asshole." Asshole. Oh, prison wallet's my asshole. Speaking of, thank you for that. Now I learned a new term. This is the Odyssey ring. I'm not going to show you the gimmick, but this is the actual Odyssey ring, which is kind of a dope. Am I going to Magi Fest next year? I want to go to Magi Fest this year. I wanted to go to Magi Fest this year, but unfortunately, circumstance dictated that would not be a good thing to do. But I was planning on going, but then unfortunately this thing came up. And well, I'm in the process of moving, so that was that wouldn't have been the best decision to make. Although it ended when it ended on Saturday, yeah. So still, this is a dope one. This is a dope one. This deck is one of these waterproof see-through cards. You could spring them. What else could you do? You could probably rub them on your respected Panasia. Where could you send a video of a trick since I deleted Instagram? Well, you could upload it to Google Drive and send me a link. That works. Let me see if I could do this shit. Got him. Got him. But these are, the thing that sucks is that these are one way. So if you have a card like this, you could kind of see it. Yeah, but this is because I've lost a lot of them. I've lost a lot of these, so that's why it looks so so nice and thin. But I've had these forever. These are they've lasted obviously the while because they're plastic. Are they waterproof? I'm not sure if they are. They might be. Tips on the Pharaoh? Yeah, don't squeeze hard, dude. Don't fucking squeeze so hard. I think people when they hard time learning the Pharaoh. Let me find a deck here. If I could find one, that's stupid because I have a bunch of decks here. But yeah, but when people do the Pharaoh, they tend to try to squeeze the cards as hard as they possibly can in front of each other. But it's a light touch. It's a light touch. You are just you're cutting a deck as close to half as possible, and you just back and forth, just in the corner, and you're not squeezing, you're not pressing, you're not bending. I see people fucking trying to force it in there, but no. If you just put a light pressure and just release pressure with the fingers, the cards are gonna weave, just by the nature of the coating on the cards and the plastic finish. So. You're not gonna have to fucking. Again, just based on what I've seen, which is this sort of mashing, a sort of mashing thing, like you're a fifth grader trying to fuck. That's how people tend to do pharaohs. I don't know if that's a good description, but it's definitely reasonably accurate. You don't want to mash the cards together. You want to have a nice weaving action and have as light of a touch as possible. Oh, this is a sub Pewds deck. This is the sub the PewDiePie deck. So this deck was for that dumb video. It's not a dumb video. I did my part. I did my part. Sub Pewds, sub Pewds, sub Pewds, sub Pewds, sub. Right, and then you could spread it this way, and it says sub Pewds when you spread it that way. So that was a fun video. Again, doing my my what do you call this? My due diligence. I remember getting a comment on that video saying, I'm not going to support that racist. I'm not going to support that racist. Like, you know, it's a meme. It's a meme, dude. No need to get on your high horse. Pubes. That's funny. Yeah, but if you're sacrificing decks to learn the Pharaoh, then you're not learning the Pharaoh correctly. Because the Pharaoh is supposed to be a nice light touch. It's not supposed to be a really hard jamming action. What's your favorite Justin Miller effect? I'm actually a student of his, and I'm curious. It's not necessarily an effect, but I do love that move that he does to control a card to the top. I do love that. So, whereas it's not necessarily an effect per se, but is this thing? That's 100% his. I'm just going to do, but I love this thing. I love that. That's fucking such a beautiful move. And according to my understanding, that might be his. Although, you know, I feel like that might have been somebody's from 20,000 years ago, because it just seems so simple that, but I know he's the first person I've seen it. So, right, I didn't know at the time, so I jammed in. This is one of my favorite decks. This nice purple sort of bicycle playing card. But yeah, I didn't know at the time. Yeah, but it's a nice just weaving action. It depends on the deck. It really depends on the deck. But, you know, most decks just turning it one way or another, you're going to find that one way they weave easier than the other. So that's definitely a nice way of doing it. But it's not, see, look at that. There's no being done whatsoever. Pharaoh, know which way your deck is cut, and it'll Pharaoh naturally. There you go. Pro John with a pro tip. Know which way the deck is cut. But see, it's not, again, it's not a jamming action. And if it doesn't work with the cards face up, just turn them the other way. And they should Pharaoh easy. But if you're forcing them, you're doing it wrong. Sitting on the floor, man. Yeah, that's what we do out here. We sitting on the floor. What's the battery on this? 16% battery life. So when that battery dies, I'm gonna end the stream. And it's 16%. I love the silky silky change. There you go. God damn it. How can I forget that, man? Silky change is another beautiful move. Fucking Justin, dude. Fucking Justin coming up with some dope stuff. But yeah, but that's another beautiful move. Fucking silky change. How could I have forgotten that shit? I'm still looking for this fucking deck, by the way. I'm still honestly looking for this Gaff deck, and I haven't found it. There's another interesting deck, the Mechanics deck. Mechanic decks, because it's like a gear. So when you riffle up the cards, it looks like a gear, and it's not just restricted to any sort of order. the cards just do that. Where it looks like a legit gear. That's kind of heat. I was looking at Reeboks as an opener. Any thoughts on that trick? Reeboks, I'm not familiar with by the name. I'm probably familiar with it if I see it. But that's a cool thing. That's a cool idea because you take it out, you know, assuming you take it out of the box, you put it right back into the box. So that's kind of like a sort of deja vu idea. Look at this, by the way. This is what I'm dealing with, just fucking boxes of shit. I'm going to put this closer. What's one concept in a trick that you dislike? Actually, funny enough, I just made a video for the Mentalism Little Academy shit. And I was talking about something that I dislike heavily on that, which is when you, for example, when you do a prediction trick. I'm going to connect this back again, by the way. I'm going to connect this to give me a little bit more time before this shit runs out. But when you're doing a prediction trick, for example, you do the prediction trick after you've done a revelation. So let's say you tell somebody, you have somebody write down a name, and you go, okay, just think of that person, say it over and over in your head. All right, Samantha. You're thinking of Samantha, and they go, yeah, that's crazy. How'd you know that? And then you go, well, actually, in my pocket before we started, I had a prediction, and it says Samantha. It's redundant. There's no need for that, and the effects cross over. So you're doing a prediction or you're doing a revelation. You know, the prediction kind of shits on the revelation in that case. So I had a whole video dedicated to that topic. But that's one thing that I hate. So I guess that answers your question. That should do an adequate job of answering that question. I know, John. I just wanted something different, like tally hos or bees or casinos uncut. Oh, here's a stream. Nice. Okay. Let me go through this here. Tallies are great. They're kind of thick. Like they're a thick boy, if you know what I mean. But they're still pretty good. Do I have the gold standards by Richard Turner? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't know what box I have the fucking standards, but I know that I have them. Oh, yeah. Shit. There's something else here. I know there was a topic here that I fucking glossed over. Oh, shit. Oh, whatever. I'll just go to the more recent ones. How thick compared to Copox? Definitely less thick, but not by much. Definitely not by much. You know, I haven't had any from... Fuck, hold up. Your comment just skipped. God damn it. I don't know what happened to your comment. I don't know what fucking happened to your comment. I was reading. But I have to imagine you're talking about the different factors. Have we done anything to get you demonetized for the stream? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe it might have been all the expletives that I've said in this previous stream. You know, maybe I've dropped some F-bombs. I've dropped some N-bombs. I've dropped some, and by N-bombs, I mean the word no. No is the N-word. No is an N-word. I've dropped some S-bombs. I've dropped a lot of bombs here. I think we need a finger-flicking Friday fuckery. You're right. Oh, yeah, you're right. I did say subterfuge. And Lord knows that that's immediately the fastest way to get demonetized. That's the fastest way. Let me see if I can do some Friday fuckery, some finger-flicking Friday fuckery. Well, I put a video on Twitter of Juan Tamaris, the original cardister. The original cardister. He was doing some flourishes with cards, spreading them and doing all that stuff. So he's the OG cardister there. People think, oh no, cardistry is new. Cardistry is new. No, man, people have been doing it forever, dude. You just don't know. The pressers, yeah, I actually have those pressers right now in this fat box of playing cards. That's kind of a dope one. I remember, I think I got a deck in New York. I got that deck in New York. Check out. I don't know what I wrote here. Check out. Is it because the Spanish that his videos are hard to what do you call this? That they're hard to understand, especially his Spaniard Spanish. Oh, that's funny. See, look at this. I have my shill here. I have my shill. You see that? That's funny. Check out. I don't know where I used this. Or it might have been an Instagram video. Piggy, do you have a deck of blue seal or transformer seal aviators? I probably do. I probably do. And I just saw a bunch of aviators in... let me see. This might be a little bit hard with this fucking cable. But I'll look it up. Did Sankian block you after your top 5? Not on Twitter, but we did have a nice Instagram chat. We did have a nice little chat on the Instagram where he said, you know, he's a fan and all that good stuff. So, okay, so I have this. This is an aviator deck, but this is falling apart. And that's not even an aviator deck. This isn't even a fucking aviator deck. It's just a... Okay, hold up. Let me look and see. Because I know I did see a couple here on top of the pile. So hopefully you could determine if they're what you're looking for. Because I know I have aviators, but I bought them years ago. It might not be these in particular, but I do remember buying my aviators years ago. This is one. And this is an old one too. This right here, look at that. You can't even see the seal on this shit anymore. You can't even see the seal. United States Playing Card Company, Cincinnati. This is rough. Holy shit. They're so bad, they're stuck together. And then this one again has signatures. This one is so old, they have fucking signatures on them. From, I guess, Ambitious Card Tricks. Kroga, you could send it to my email, man. Pigcake with 2 E's at gmail.com. You could send it to my email, dog. Let's see if I find another one. Nope. You know, I really love that when I need to find a deck, I can't fucking find it. That's my favorite part about this box. This box seems to be fucking magical. In the sense where I can't find shit that I'm looking for that I just saw. I see the fungi deck. Kill me. Let me see if there's a... Nah, you know? I got... Here's one. Aviator. Here's a red one. Damn, son. Yeah, here's another the same thing. This one's old as shit. I don't know if this is the one that you're looking for, right? But this is a deck that I've had probably forever. Let me see if I could find some shit here. Yeah, look at the condition of these puppies. You see this shit? So I probably had these for probably close to 7 years, I have to imagine. So I just have a bunch of dumb old decks. This is like the used box. I think the other box that I have is more recent, good condition cards. Got 'em. Got 'em. What's your favorite deck based on designs? Probably the Nuggets, the chicken nuggets, just because they look like the old school Jerry's. And I enjoy that. Here's some Monarchs. Just found these. I don't know why people tend to... I find these cards to be a little bit on the thicker side of things. Let's see if you could do some basic bitch cardistry here. Oh shit. There you go. Let's see. I bought Persistence as a member and I really like the plot and the tricks. Well done. Thank you, sir. The first part can be somewhat easier with a marked deck. Do you use those? Not for that trick. Definitely not for that trick. I feel like well, it does. You could kind of substitute the methods for using a marked deck. But I wouldn't necessarily like that in that style trick because the advantage of that in particular is that you could do it with any sort of deck, you know, so you don't want to necessarily do something that could be done that they might think you did with marked cards. You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, if you could substitute a lot of the peaks in that particular routine with those, and it will definitely work out. But I just like the methodology behind it. I love that trick. I fucking love that trick or that routine. So you do trades or fan mail unboxings. Piggy. Yeah, I have a PO box. And actually, funny enough, I was looking through my old videos that I have unlisted, and I have a couple unboxing videos that I have not yet published. So those are among the piggy vaults, as was today's video. Today's video was a fun one. Definitely from the piggy vaults. Something that I haven't. That I still have a lot of content from, man. I still have a lot of content from, honestly. Got him. Finally. Jesus, I'm sure Daniel went long gone. Daniel had a birthday. That's how fucking long ago I was talking about those fucking playing cards. But if you're still around, those are the ones that I was talking about. It's these. I burned right through them. Well, I kind of get it, but I'm also a hoarder when it comes to cards. So I'll keep cards that I've had from years ago. Do I have Dan and Dave Aviators? I don't know if I do. I might. I think I might have seen one that somebody sent. Does it say Super Gaffs? No. It just says Gaff Deck. It just says Gaff Deck, so that's literally all it says. Look at that. And then here it says, nope, it just says, it doesn't have a particular name. But this is definitely a fun deck. Some of the cards look kind of shittily printed, to be honest. It kind of looks like it was made on like an HP. But they're definitely kind of dope. I think I did an entire video dedicated to this particular deck. See this? This kind of looks like shit. Right? It kind of looks like a squished, stretched image. It kind of looks fucked. But this one's a great one. That's a great fucking gaff. Because it just looks like you've just spread pretty much the entire deck. No, they are USPC, but I want to know who produces them. Like, who's the magic company that allowed for this this deck. This is kind of dope. Because it kind of looks like it got stuck. What else? It's just a double backer. There's an offsuit one. You have some Zerner cards. There's one in particular here that's also fairly interesting. This one's cool. Oh, produced by First Magic Studio. Okay, that sounds like it's not official. That sounds like something printed in somebody's fucking garage. Penguin Magic sells them. How much are these? How much are the Penguin Magic? I know I got mine super cheap. This is probably like $9, I think I paid for it. $12? Okay, that's not bad. That's a good deal. That's a really fucking good deal, especially if you like that style trick. If you're doing in the gas, $11.70. I love how Crow Guy's a little bit more on that specificity. On that specificity. Jesus, you can't round up, man. Pandas. Let me see these fucking pandas here. This last one. This is, oh shit. This is definitely one of the doper ones that I got. And it's still in great condition. So these are the pandas. Does running a live stream make it feel like you're back in the classroom? That's that's funny. Oh, well, that's one of the things I want to do, man. I want to eventually get to lecturing, at least in the sense of, you know, the stupid magic ideas that I have, which some people might find interesting. So I do want to eventually lecture for other people, but you know, I'm gonna have to be creative about it in terms of either at that point not caring about people knowing who I am, or maybe having a mask. But I do want to lecture to kind of get back to that idea of physically teaching people, because I know right now I'm technically still teaching people, but in a different medium. So I would love the opportunity to lecture, but again, we'll see when that manifests. Let's see if there's anything else here. Oh, this is kind of dank. This is kind of dope. Right here. This is what is this? The Civil War deck. This is definitely a dope one. The Civil War deck. It has a bunch of presidents. So this one's kind of dank. Okay, hold up. Are you gonna face reveal and get those sweet subs? I don't think that's the way it will work. I don't think doing any sort of face reveal would result in subs. Harriet Tubmans. Yeah, these are the Harriet Tubmans. Where's Harriet? Rutherford. That's Lincoln. That's Douglas. Come on, man. Where's my girl? Where's my girl? There you go. Tubman, dude. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Harriet fucking Tubman. Got him. She stays on top because it's almost Black Month. What is it? What's it called? African American Awareness Month? I call it Black Month. Let me not get demonetized. Let me not get demonetized. Black History Month. Oh shit. Oh man, that's rough. Piggy, what famous national sort of heritage they celebrate in February? Oh, that's Black Month. That's Black Month, man. I know about Black Month. No, Piggy, it's Black History Month. It's Black History Month. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I missed that part. I thought it was Black Month. That's fucking racist. What else? Fucking. Am I Brad Christing's love child? I don't know what that means, dude. If I was Brad Christing's love child, I would be, I'd probably be like the heir to Illusionist. I would be heir to the Illusionist, which I think right now is pretty substantial, to be honest. I think that's kind of quite a substantial business that they've amassed in quite some time. Look at this fucking GoPro. One of the worst things I've ever bought in my entire fucking life. Before I even did the channel, before I did anything with the channel, I bought a GoPro Hero 3. I had an idea where me and my friend would record ourselves pretty much almost doing a little bit of a podcast, but while we're driving around. And I bought the GoPro specifically for that. And we had it set up in his car, and we were pretty much have a couple. We've recorded a couple. We actually recorded a couple serious incidents that took place, but I never made anything of that. But I remember buying the GoPro, and it's pretty much, especially the 3. The 3 is the worst thing I've ever gotten because first of all, it doesn't have a back. It doesn't have a monitor. You could buy a monitor and add it there. But the battery is smaller than it's smaller than a erect penis. It's smaller than a micro penis. Look at that. What gave the idea for the headphone warning? It's a song. My friend showed me the song, and I really thought that it worked out great. But the battery is small as shit on this GoPro. And you need to connect it to a phone, and it has limitations. And I think it's one of the worst things I've ever bought. I don't know if the new one is any good. Maybe the quality justifies the size. But I remember this being so fucking user unfriendly that I've only used it a handful of times after I bought it years ago. So that was a little bit of history on that item there. But that's some fucking... Let me see if there's anything here. Shit. You could get that How to Become a Millionaire. Yeah, I could. I could get How to Become a Millionaire video for $300. Holy shit. What else here? GoPro 7 is okay. Yeah, I have to. You know what it probably is? It's probably the stabilization and all the stuff they added. But I still remember this. I mean, the form factor is nice. It's a nice form factor. It's a nice wide angle. But it's just so unfucking friendly to use. Like, you can't see what you're recording. The audio shit. and there isn't really anything that I did a review on the G9X Mark II, which is a small point and shoot camera by Canon. That's fucking infinitely better than this. You can, yeah, you're right. But the 7 also has nice stabilization. But even then, I just don't. I don't know. I'm iffy on GoPros. I'm still iffy on GoPros. Uh, what age did I start with carts? 9, 10, 9, 10, probably. So around that time, 9, 10, 11, I would say. It's been a long fucking time. That's for sure. Shiza. That Wiz Khalifa is exclusively a Piggy song in my mind. Yeah, that remix, man. My friend showed me that remix and killed me. That remix murdered me. He played it in his car, funny enough, same friend. And he played it in his car and it wrecked my ass because the drop came out of nowhere. And that was before the channel. And then when I was trying to come up with ideas for the channel and things that I wanted, eventually that song, I remembered the song and I remembered how perfect it fit. And I thought, you know what, this is going to be it. I think this is going to be the song that I'm going to use to end the videos and in case I do just a random drop, you know. So least favorite illusionist product? Shit, I don't even know, man. I know they come out with some straight dookie. Some straight fucking dookie in the past couple years. Well, past, fucking 15 years. Um, Shit, man. There was something that they came up with. There was like a coin vanish. That was garbage. King's Rising. Garbage. They had a lot of stuff that was straight fucking dookie. But they've come up with some good stuff too. They've come up with some stuff. But the stuff that's bad is abysmal. Will you make a Piggy Wrestles video? Well, I do have one. I do have a video where I play No Mercy. Where I play No Mercy. My character against Jabrizi. And I actually have one in the pipeline that I never released, which is me against Evan Era. Funny enough. And it's just a bunch of fat jokes. It's not good. It's not fucking good. I might put it up on the Plus channel. I might put it up on Pigcake Plus. Just because I had to put it up. But I don't think I'm going to put that up on the main channel. How would you rate the 1800 Mark deck? Dr. Doolittle. Don't get them. If you're looking for a Mark deck, don't get those. I was very disappointed with the markings on this. I feel like they went to so many like different lengths to hide the markings that it's unusable as a Mark deck. The coin vanish called Ping. No, Ping was actually dope. I like that idea. I like the ping sort of thing. The coin vanishes supposedly with the audible sound. But what do you call this shit? What do you call this? No, this was a vanish that you did that you had to have the coin close to your pocket and you had to have special pockets that look like a fucking slit. You have to have like these slit pockets that you could vanish the coin, and I hated it. But they had it years ago. Make a video giving us dating advice in the form of card trick patter. I think you can't do that. That's literally paradoxical. Does Pigcake Plus have a long-term plan or is your dumping ground? Honestly, it's my fucking dumping ground, man. It's my dumping ground for stuff that's not magic related. I do plan on doing other things there, and I do have a bunch of ideas for it, but they require a lot of fucking time, of which right now I'm not really finding the time to dedicate to it as much as I would. And right now, unfortunately, I have a little bit of a moving issue that I gotta take care of. And then that's also kind of delayed a bunch of stuff too that I've also been working on in the background. So unfortunately, it's just finding the time. But I do love the idea of Pigcake Plus and just, pretty much shit posting. But I'm happy with the videos that I put there recently and that style. Honestly, I was trying to copy Sam Hyde. First time catching you live, but I've got to go to work. So thank you. Have a great day. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Dr. Doolittle Fish Hobbyist. John Bannon or John Gustafaro? Fuck, that's a hard one. Both of those are tremendous magicians. John Bannon is one of my favorite absolute thinkers when it comes to magic. And I have to go teach my class. Have a good one, man. What do you teach, Mr. Fletch? What do you teach before you leave? And John Gustafaro, he also, man, yeah, none of them. None of them. Yo, Piggy, you're moving. Move to California. You know, honestly, I thought of it. I thought of leaving. English. That's what's up. That's what's up. English. I respect any English teacher, knowing how much shit they got to grade. But yeah, I don't know, man. I thought of it, honestly, with this weird situation that I find myself in. I thought of leaving the States, but, you know, teach English in kindergarten. It's cool. Oh, okay. I think that's how you circumvent grading all this stuff, is teaching it in kindergarten. Would you trade a sealed Copod for sealed aviators by Dan and Dave? Also, do you have Trinage? The gimmick sucked, so I bought his 52 magnets and made my own. It requires magnets? Ew. Damn, son. Damn, son. Let me see if I still have some sealed Copods. I don't know if I have some sealed ones. Actually, yeah, I might have one. I think I just got some because of this video that I'm doing with Gentleman Wake. But depends. Did you ever have to ask the students questions while teaching your subject in school? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, ask them. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing every teacher has to do. That's the thing every teacher has to do. You have to point out the kid in the back that's looks like he's jerking off. Hey, so what did I just say, motherfucker? What was I just saying, motherfucker? Yeah, really? No? Hey, what are you doing there? Playing the Scottish flute? Huh? This is an orchestra. This isn't band. This is whatever the fuck. Pocket pool? You playing pocket pool over there, Sonny? You playing the cheese fiddle? Can't be doing that in class. What's the other one here? Odyssey is good. Depends on how fat your fingers are. Yeah, I mean, mine is I got a small one. I got a size 8.5, I think, for rings. So I got mine extra small. But it's fine. It's just not for me. I'm not a fan of that. Especially the black ring. It's a little bit too edgy for me. But there's no other way to make it in a... do you know any good one-handed switches for stand-up? Yeah. Yeah. The Marlowe... I think this is Marlowe's. I'm going to guess it's Marlowe's. But this works one-handed. Pretty much... There you go. There you go. That's all it is. All right. Excellently. As a one-handed switch. Again, all you're doing, you have a break underneath 2 cards. Right, you could show this card right here. And then you just put it up to this this corner. So you're just propping it up with your thumb. And then letting this one fall from the pinky. And then dropping this one on the on that. So that's that. Yeah, the visual retention switch. He does it with 2 hands. So he does it in the pretext of sort of flicking it and dropping it that way. That's the way Marlo does it. But it's entirely possible to do it with 1 hand in that style. So yeah, that's a wonderful switch. Also works as an excellent color change if you get the angles right. And if you want a little bit of a bonus, right here, you could do that. You could flick it right before you do it. So it looks like you snap it and it changes. Snap change. It's a snap change, I guess. If he hadn't invented that before, but yeah, that's a wonderful sort of switch. Another one I think is a curry switch, but I can't do that because you need a soft surface. But that's a one-handed switch that you could do. I think it's more of one of those actions. It's more of like one of that. I never liked that one in particular, but that one's definitely a beautiful switch that you could use. You could even, you know what? Let me see how this would. Let me see how this would. Oh, illogical, yeah. What's this guy that's invented absolutely everything in Magic? Harry Lorraine, the illogical switch. God damn it. But you could do this little bit, right, where you show 4 and then split it into 2 2s. So that kind of works out well too. If you do a triple lift, that looks even better because you could show the 4 and then apparently cause it to split on these 2 ones. So that's kind of dope, you know. But that's a nice little one-handed thing. So I'm working on a John Kerry trick where his hand is in his pocket and it vanishes and goes to the pocket at hand. That's dope, yeah. That's definitely a dope way to do it. So if you want to keep that card in your pocket and you show them, you know, that card in particular, and then you do the switch. I promise I can do it. There you go. That definitely works out well. I love that plot. I love the hand in the pocket plot, where you pretty much have one hand in your pocket, and then you show them a trick with this hand, and then you go, oh, so I said I was going to show you a trick with one hand, but I didn't say which hand. And then you take the card out of the pocket, or out of your pocket. Shit. The first deck I threw away, it's probably a shitty airline card. It's probably one of those shitty airliner cards. That's probably one of the ones that I fucking threw away without even caring. It's just like they're not even what's the size? It's not even a bridge. It's not even bridge size. It's smaller than bridge. But they always they're not prominent anymore. But I know in the 90s they were very fucking common. British Airway cards, United cards. They're always printed on like a hairy lesbian's back, like really rough sort of back, whatever. But some of them are nice. Some of them feel good, but then most of them feel fucking abysmal. Have people ever given you have people ever given you tourist decks and you immediately drop them in the trash in front of them? I've never been given tourist decks. I've bought tourist decks before as memes. Actually, you know, a couple I don't even know how I got. I don't even know how I got. So I'm sure maybe there might have been hand-me-downs from people, but I forgot who. Who in fucking God's name would hand me one of those decks? The worst is when your hands are cold and you lose the ability to do anything. Ooh, fuck. That is rough. Yeah, but I mean here it's pretty much the opposite. It's when your hands are sweating or sweating from the fucking extreme heat that you deal with on a daily basis. You have a student that you have to escort out of that as soon as you leave. The students talk about you behind your back. That's a very specific scenario. It's a very specific scenario. I don't think I've done that. Joe Mama. All right, man. With Stefan, your student, he has very specific scenarios. You know, I would have known. I would have known because I would have been like, hey, guys, make sure to take your bags for lunch. Make sure to take your bags when you go to lunch, guys, because well, you know, you have to be safe. You have to be. It's rather be safe than sorry, guys. So I remember not having to ever do that. So I don't think Stefan was I don't think Stefan was ever a student of mine. I would have robbed your desk. Look for the guy with the triple puberty voice. Canasta. Oh, I thought you were talking about Chan Canasta. You're talking about Canasta, the game played by defunct old people. Look at the guy. Triple puberty. That's my new band name. Triple puberty is my band name. Man, what a shame, man. What a fucking shame. This camera. Oh, there's another camera. This is another fucking camera. This one is actually, I would say, a little bit more versatile. This is actually not mine. This belongs to somebody else, but it's stayed here. This is a dope one. See that? It's a nice little bit of a square camera. It almost looks like a GoPro Session, but it's not. It is made by, I think, Polaroid. It's made by Polaroid. It has a magnet, which is kind of dope. But man, I remember we actually put this. We took this to Vegas a couple years ago, and put this on the dashboard. I still probably have that footage recording the mountains going through the highway. That was fucking fun, but also terrifying experience. And I remember doing that on this. I never stop doing these live streams. They have to be the most fun live streams I've been a part of. That's what I'm talking about, man. Even though I'm talking about my decks and stuff. Triple P. You know, the thing is that I what sucks is that I have all these ideas for live streams, but unfortunately, anytime I do a live stream from my fucking computer, it shits out. So I can't. Somehow the connection's not good, but that might just be a house thing. So hopefully that problem could potentially get fixed soon enough. Depends. We'll see. What else here? That looks like a wedding ring box, my dude. No, it's a camera. It's actually a little bit of a camera. See that? It's a nice little lens there. It's nice. Let me see what it is. It's 1080p. But it's 1080p with the shittiest sensor. Have I bought Renee Lavon's DVDs? Yes, but I don't think they were DVDs. I remember having a VHS, Renee Lavon VHS. When I go to Panda Express, what do I order? I don't go to Panda Express, so I order nothing because Panda Express is a shit restaurant. Hashtag, hashtag shit restaurant. Hashtag shit restaurant. But yeah, if your cameras are on the floor recording, well, these are old. These are really, really old cameras. This isn't, I didn't buy this. And this one, as I mentioned, I bought for a failed podcast idea that never came to fruition. I do have those videos. I should release those at one point. But I'm recording with a phone. This is a phone. Ever bought bootleg magic? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was putting away some DVDs and I bought some from Wish.com. I bought David Stone's window, and it was a knockoff of David Stone's fucking window. And let me tell you, it was made with chewing gum and the world's worst card flap. So whoever made that didn't even give a flying fuck. But let me tell you, I paid fucks for it. So I was just testing the waters with Wish.com for a potential video. And that I've gotten that. I've also gotten some other stuff from Wish.com that were completely knockoffs. I connected the cable. Joe Mama, I connected the cable. It's actually at 15% right now. And this phone is on fire. When you say knockoff, no, it's a knockoff because it's like a shitty imitation of the product. So what typically happens is that when people make some sort of they just fucking remake them in shittier quality, and they sell them for a fraction of the cost on like Wish.com or AliExpress. So you'll find like pen through dollar, but it's like the shittiest pen through dollar. Are you still a fan of Jay Sankey? Yeah, I've never not been a fan of Jay Sankey, even though he blocked me on Twitter. That's not next level shitty. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a thing. I did a couple Wish.com magic trick reviews on the channel, but I haven't put those videos out. I haven't put all of those videos out. I've only put a couple. Every magician on LNL Publishing is not as entertaining as Malone or Sankey. Yeah, Sankey called somebody retarded in that video, which is probably my favorite one. Wish.com hauls get hella views. Get on it. I did do a couple Wish.com videos, but I don't think I got the views that I thought I would have. I'll probably put one of those up if I find it. I did a review on it was a Rubik's Cube Vanish. So that might be the next one I'll put up. It's a Rubik's Cube Vanish. So if you did a Discord stream and get people to do tricks one-on-one or not internet for clean footage. I don't know if it's that. I don't know what's the case with that, man. Because I have done that before and it wasn't an issue. So I don't know what the hell happened. But that's not going to be an issue coming up because, again, Piggy be moving. Some boxes there, some shit. So we'll see if that might be an issue that I get solved. I've never bought a magic trick. How sexist, Squeeze. Oh, fuck. See, there's another Chinese knockoff that I got. This is of a Tenyo trick. It's a knockoff of a Tenyo trick. This is the base plate. And this shit is supposed to extend with a nice little spring. But obviously the quality of this is comparable to trying to get a hand job in the 5th grade. So that's another knockoff one. Speaking of knockoffs, I'm trying to find what else. Actually, yeah, I have the stuff here. This is, oh fuck, this is bad. This is the M ring. This is the M ring produced by Magic Makers Inc. And boy, this is fucked. Let me tell you, I don't take these off, man. I don't take these off. I shower everything with these rings, and they've stayed pristine. This, I had on my finger for a month, and it started corroding. And they produced this with a DVD called the M ring. And it's supposed to be a special version of the M ring that I currently wear because it has a twist in it. From I forgot what magician, which is a great idea if you actually produce a good ring. But this is one of the fucking worst rings I've ever bought. So I wore this. I forgot for how. You could even see it in some of the videos, I think. It's awful, man. It just fucking corroded. It made my finger fucking green. But that was awful. So speaking of knockoffs, that's a knockoff if I've ever seen it. Speaking of Rubik's Cube, I think the Rubik's Cube is there as a matter of fact. The one that I got. Oh shit. I actually got myself a white gold ring, and it's been absolutely perfect for all my ring tricks. So that's good. That has a nice little weight to it. These are silver, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but they've been fine. I mean, I've had these forever. Those rings are too. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit of an edgy thing, but I've gotten way over it. I used to be a little bit apprehensive about the ring wear, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It's almost a piece of me now. It's a part of me. I feel like look at this shit. Look at this without the ring. It doesn't look right. There's something missing, you know? But then you put on the ring and it's almost like I become a magic cunt. Pull-out game is on the weak side. Squeeze. That's actually, there's a joke in there somewhere. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere with squeezing and pull out. There has to be. Oh, what else do I got here, man? There's something else. I remember seeing you on Reddit. You were the first magician that wasn't corny funny, but actually funny. Kudos. You saw me on Reddit for the first time, man? That's fucking odd. I didn't think I would find an audience on Reddit. Reddit's a little weird. Reddit took a little bit of time for me to understand the magic side, but I like it. I like a good community over there. Some arguments, though, I've seen some arguments that have been fucking cringe, to be honest, on the Reddit for Magic. Some pretty fucking cringy things. I've seen a lot of those. But you know, I think that's expected when it comes to fucking Magic. I think you only had 1.5 subs. Yeah, I turned up the sub counter when I reached 2K. I was ashamed. I was like, I only have 2,000 subs. Even though, you know, it's again, 2,000 subs is better than a lot of the if you look up Magic, and sort by new on YouTube, you see the amount of channels that exist that do magic tricks. So 2,000 subs for Magic, that's a substantial number. So, you know, 40 is fucking, I've never thought I would even fucking get anything anywhere near that. So I just want to work on increasing that as much as I possibly can. Shiza. Been here since 2K. Hashtag OG. Hashtag OG, not only because of the skin color, but also because of the also because of the status. So you're on R Magic. Yeah, I post on there from time to time. I posted there something recently, a couple days ago, about a comment that I received on a video, wondering if it was a troll or if it wasn't if it was real or excellent troll. So, and then whenever somebody tends to ask a question, I'll comment in, I'll chime in, and I'll put a one-word answer. So it's like, hey, what's the single best thing I could do to improve my magic? And then I'll just drop in a practice. Really, what I meant to say, or what I mean, is practice, bitch. But I just write practice because I don't want to make anyone butt hurt. Do you eat beans? Yeah, I eat beans. I'm a fan. I eat beans. I'm a fan of beans, I would say, per se. We have a popular dish down here called congri. I'm not gonna pronounce it the right way, because I don't want you to I don't want to test my spick accent. That's pretty much the reason why. But we have a popular dish down here called congri, which is rice and beans cooked together, and it's a wonderful dish. Has pork in it. It's very nice. Very nice. Why is this in my recommended? I don't know. Are you a fan of Magic? Are you a fan of Magic, John Johnson? Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. I don't expect a lot of people to find these streams. I pretty much only expected to see a small portion of my audience that finds these streams. So, you know, leave. Leave now while you can. That's funny. How do you spell whatever food you just said? It's Coneri. Congri. That's how you spell it. 40,000 subs, 21 in the live stream. Yeah, that's a weird thing, man. I keep wondering. But you know, there's always a certain percentage of people that watch your stuff. There's always a certain percentage of people that are not gonna watch your stuff, even if the numbers might be there. But it's kind of a fat disconnect there, TBH. But then again, you know, I'm grateful to anyone that watches my shit. So even if it's 40,000 and 2,000 watch the videos, guess what? 2,000 people watch the video. That's a lot more than other people. So I'm happy about that. YouTube streams pull really low ass numbers. Yeah, man. You know, it's kind of a weird thing because YouTube did have a purge. They did have a purge when. Did you make a video about Connor's coin trick? Yes. Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. Well, I didn't do a video about Connor's coin trick. I did a video and then I retitled it to try to get some of that YouTube sprinklage, if you know what I mean. Those SEOs. But that was something else. There was something else, man. Do false rape accusations deserve prison time? Yes. Yes, they do. They definitely deserve fat prison sentence. But hold up, there's something else that I was addressing here. But what I was mentioning about live streams is that YouTube did a purge of a lot of spam accounts and a lot of fake and unkept accounts. So when they did that a couple weeks ago, my account went down by 30, 40 subs. So I only lost 30 or 40 subs in that particular time period when they were purging unused accounts and other things like that. So for the most part, that kind of leads me to think that most of the people that are there are active in some aspects. So it's still weird to me, the whole idea of that. But I'm sure that it might be just an issue of either just not an interest in the current content or just notifications, or maybe that those aren't going to sub boxes. I'm sure it's a lot of factors combined into one. But also the nature of the channel, a lot of the earlier content and even some of the, you know, current content is still kind of iffy and isn't for everyone. So that might be another particular reason. But, you know, again, to me, it honestly doesn't matter. That's where I remember you. And since you that's great. Yeah, since that's where I remember you from. And since you said fake rape accusations deserve prison time, you earned a sub. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Got him. Oh, it's a shitty thing. It really is kind of a shitty thing. But I don't want to say I have personal experience in that, but I know people. I know people that have that been in that certain situation. So it's kind of a shitty thing. And the truth of the matter is that most people get away with it. You know, even if evidence comes up, most people get away with it, which is a shame because you're pretty much ruining somebody's life for whatever petty argument you had. So, you know, it's just an unfortunate thing for everyone. Is sex a meme? I think so. Sex is definitely a meme. The fact that it's taken this long to be a meme. Piggy, your stuff is way better than any stuff I've seen. Even people like Ramsey have so much filler. Keep doing you, says Michael Bush. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad you see it that way. Keep doing me, man. Is there going to be a sale on some Piggy hoodies? You know, it's funny enough. I did a sale for Christmas where I took 35% off. And I didn't realize with the hoodies. That's how stupid my math is. But Teespring obviously takes a percentage of each item. So shirts, I think they take 10. Doing this hot move. So yeah, what is that? Yeah, so I'm gonna end this here. Why not? If it's lagging, why the fuck not? Well, I'm gonna go figure out different ways to get a GoPro Hero 2. That's what I'm gonna figure out. Different ways to get a GoPro Hero 2. Is that you know, I've realized, by the way, Dit is Dylan. I don't know if that's you, but anytime I see like a PewDiePie video, anytime I see any sort of PewDiePie video, I see the same fucking dude with the same sort of aesthetic. So I see that all the time. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's a bunch of people, but oh shit, let me disconnect this here. Oh boy, let me see if I can. Let me see what I could show. Let me see what I could show of this current move right here. But yeah, so I got boxes on boxes. So you see, this is my situation here. I got a bunch of boxes, and then let me see if I can show the cards here without showing too much. But I got some of the cards packed. You see that? And I'm being very selective as to what I could teach or what I could show. But I got some cards there in a box. But yeah, right now I'm in the hot process of packing up most of my shit. Speaking of, look at this. Sankey's Greatest Hits with apparently a pubic hair on it. That's fantastic. What else can I show here without incriminating myself too much? What else, man? What else can I show here without being too encrypted? What else can I show here? Oh, are you getting you're getting Comcucked? Well, in that case, are you still getting Comcucked? Is it? Because purposely done. I'm just trying to show without incriminating myself too much. Trying to show the stuff here. What else can I show here? What can I show here that's not this is Butcher the Pig's dictionary right there. That's Butcher the Pig's dictionary. What else do I got here? I gotta take all this shit down. That's what sucks too. I'm doing this on purpose, by the way. I don't think that you're losing connection. I'm purposely being discreet here. What else? What else can I show here as far as the move? It sucks too because I had all the DVDs. So for example, I had all the old DVDs and I had them out, but I didn't. I already packed them up. So I already packed them up. They're probably in one of these boxes. So, but yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there. It's been a nice 2 hours. Thank you guys for joining, and I'm gonna end this again. I'm gonna go figure out different ways to get a GoPro Hero 2. I'm gonna go figure out different ways to get a GoPro Hero 2.